Hi, this is Edith, Instructional and Innovation Trainer at Klamath Community College, and in this video I'm going to go over the Microsoft Word Home tab. So in the Home tab, this is kind of where you do most of your editing and changing the fonts and colors and all of that kind of information. So I'm going to go ahead and just start from left to right, and if you have any other questions once the video is over, please feel free to contact me. I'll give my contact information towards the end of the video, and I can help you with that, meet you one-on-one, or we can discuss how you would like to see that done. So the first thing you can do is come in here, and this is the clipboard. So anything that you do that has to do with copy and paste will go to the clipboard. So I can actually highlight the information that I want. I can either cut it, which takes it out and replace it somewhere else. So perhaps I want to put it down at the end here, and I can right click and say paste, or I could have clicked on paste here. The other thing that I can do is go ahead and highlight that again. I can copy it and put it back up here where I had it originally. And so I'll just go ahead and click paste. And so you do have some options. I can keep the formatting, I could just merge the formatting, or I can keep the text only. It hasn't really changed anything, so I just usually do the first one. The other thing that I can do is I can actually change the font right here. So these kind of give you an idea of what the font's going to look like after you change it. Change the size. Perhaps I want it at 16. I can make it bold, unbold, italic, underline. I can strike through it. I can subscript it. I can superscript it. I can increase it using that, decrease here, change the title case. Perhaps I want it all uppercase. I can also change effects of the highlighted text as well, and there's all kinds of options here that you can go through. I can also highlight the text. I can change the color of the text. So perhaps I want it to be green and not red. And I can also undo what I've done, except for the highlighting. As you can see here, the highlighting just stays, but I can always just take that off by clicking in there. So I went into the highlight and said no color. You can see that I do have some bullets here, so I can actually play with this, and I can change the bullet style. I can go in here and maybe I want that instead, so that's how you would change it. Or perhaps I want it to be 1, 2, and 3, or I want to do a list type, so I have these options here as well. Now, as you can see on this document, I am left justified. That only means this side is justified here. It is not justified over here, but I can also do a center justify, a right justify, or a full justify, so it's justified on both sides, which makes it kind of clean, but not necessary unless you are like doing like a web page. It just looks a lot better on a web page versus these other types of alignments. You can decrease the indent, increase the indent. Here you can change the line spacing, so you can see I actually have all kinds of different choices here. So and when you do this, it kind of shows you what it's going to look like, and I think that's a very, very useful tool. You can also remove the space before a paragraph, or add a space of the paragraph. I did show this in the main video of the overview, but you can highlight that and create a title bar, in a sense, to just identify this as a change of information, or just want to highlight this area. I can sort data if I have data to be sorted. Since I don't, I'm not going to be able to show that to you, but if these were out of order, I could actually sort them according to the number. And then the borders. You can have borders put in, inside borders, inside, outside border, all borders. It just creates a different type of view for the document. And here's your styles, so you can actually decide that you don't like the way that this looks, so you can come in here and change the styles around. This will be useful. Styles will be useful if you're going to be doing table of contents, which I will cover in a different video. So but you can change all of the different types of styles if that's what you choose to do. And if you click on this, you can see that you have some other things that you could do here, as well as create a style, clear formatting. So perhaps I want to clear all the formatting and just go back to normal. I can do that here. So if I want to find a particular word within the document, so say I want to find data mining. So I can actually see over here on the left all the different places where data mining shows up. I think that's really useful. This is something that Word has enhanced, which I think is great, because there may be a certain place you're looking for. You don't want to have to go to next until you find the one that you're looking for. It's actually over here on the sidebar, and you might be able to find it a lot quicker. And the find and replace, I think, is a really useful tool as well. One of the things that I do a lot of, writing papers has changed over the years. And it used to be that when you had a period, you did 2 spaces. I don't know what the requirements are for your classes, but if your requirement is 2 spaces, great. If it's not, which is something that I had to deal with, then this is a useful tool, because of course I come from old school where the 2 spaces was normal. So what I would do is do period, space, space, and then I want to replace with a period, space, and then I can either do replace, where it would show me the replacement one at a time. So I could say, you know, there's one right there. And it's going to ask me, do I want to replace it? So I can click replace. And it just jumps to the next one. And you can do it. It's the same as doing the find next. Perhaps you don't want to change one thing, but you want to change it elsewhere in the document. You can actually just go until you find the one that you're looking for. Or you can replace all. So I'm going to click that. And you can see I had 3 replacements that had to be done. So let me go ahead and put in 2004 so you can kind of see what... let's change it to 2005. Perhaps I wanted to do it. So I can go find next, and let's see. It should highlight it for me. You can see it here. And maybe not the one I want to replace. Maybe I want to replace just this one. And then I have another one that I'm not going to do. So that's just what that does. And so that's your File tab. If you have other questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to contact me. warden@klamathcc.edu. My extension is 340. And I'm also on Skype for Business. You just Warden. You can always IM me or video conference with me. I'd be glad to share my desktop with you and go over this if this is something you're interested in doing. Thank you and have a great day.